Apologies if I'm jittery. I've had a little bit too much caffeine this morning. I'm going to do a little Dutch pour, I guess it's called. I've got black for my base coat, a mix of Liquitex Basics, mostly yellow with a little bit of gold to give it a metallic look. Same with my blue, is a mix of Liquitex Basics, ultramarine, blue, silver, and a little bit of apple barrel bright blue. And then my pink is a mix of Liquitex Basics, quinacridone magenta, and Folk Arts Color Shift in, well, it's a pink with a rose gold shift. Orchid Flash is its name. And those have been mixed with my Elmer's Glue All in Water, which is approximately 60-40. I screwed up when I was mixing it, so it's, I don't really know what it is, but it's about that. And the paints have been mixed about 50-50 with the pouring medium. There may be silicone in my yellow and my pink because there was already paint in these jars when I poured it in to mix it. I like to reuse like every bit of paint that I've got, but I don't actually know what's in it. So we're just gonna, I might not have enough black. I am probably gonna have to mix a little bit more black. I like to have a really decent amount of paint on the surface so that when I blow it, it can move really easily. I'm very new to this, so I could be doing something wrong. Alright, I'm going to take a pause and make a little bit more black, and then I'll come back when my canvas is completely covered. Ah! Alright, my canvas is covered. I'm going to be standing for the rest of this because using the blow dryer definitely requires some standing. And I'm just gonna dollop some paint on here. I have a lot of, oh shoot. Don't open your paint jars on top of your wet canvas. Hey, cat hair. A lot of my black is centered about here, which is where I'm going to pour my paint. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And I think I want this one to be mostly pink and yellow, so we get some orange and a little bit of blue. I found my first one, I did the colors piled on top of each other. My second one, I did spots of each color individually, and I found it worked a little bit better to what I wanted it to look like. So we're just gonna do that, wipe that up, put the lid back, lid back on, do some pink. Oh, come on, don't open it over the canvas, come on. And I don't put a huge amount of color on the canvas because that way I can have a lot of negative space. These guys stick real good. just a little bit of blue. All right. Get everything out of the way. And my blow dryer, I don't have one of those cool nozzle things, or I do, and I don't know where it is. So I made one out of a pizza box. It sort of functions. So I'm going to set on the cool setting, and I'm going to turn it up to high, so this is going to get a little loud. I'm going to bring a little bit of the black back this way, and then go that way. Yeah. So this is going to go pretty fast, and it's going to be loud. And I've got a hole in my glove already. Cool. Alright, so it looks like I didn't have quite enough color. That's okay. I'm gonna add some more yellow there and there. I'm gonna add a little bit of black, which I didn't leave myself a whole lot. I'm gonna add some there. Alright. And a little bit of pink. I don't know how much more time I have to work with this because it dries out pretty quickly and then you get chunky stuff. Now this is not doing what I wanted, and it's probably because I'm fussing with it too much. Cat hair. I have 4 cats, so that's inevitable. Fuss, fuss, fuss. Those out of the way. All right. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's not bad. I don't have a lot of movement. Not a lot. Let's see. I don't know. I don't hate it. So I keep fussing with it. Let's touch up this corner. And I am doing these so I can create a fabric print. And with that, I don't want anything coming off the edges because that will create a more difficult print thing to create. I'll have to fix it up in Photoshop, so let's just get rid of that. I don't hate it. We'll see how it dries. I am gonna heat it up a little bit. I don't have a torch, so I have a sweet, really crummy butane lighter. Like I said, I don't know how much silicone is in here. Probably teeny tiny amounts. I hadn't gotten a whole lot of cells on my last one. Does look like it went down to the canvas there, but that can get fixed after it dries. Cat hairs, always. Just touch that. All right. I'll get this one moved over so I can bring my other two over so you guys can see them. All right, I apologize for the lighting. My ceiling fan and my lamp are not great. This is the first one I did. I'm kind of liking how it's drying. It's drying pretty dark, which my camera doesn't do because it's got the auto white balance on, which is neat. This is the second one I did. I definitely like this one a lot more. The colors stayed kind of individual. And these are somewhat dry. Obviously, the paint gets thicker when you blow it around. And there's the one I just did. You can see kind of how thick the paint is in this area where everything got blown over. So that's going to take a while to dry. I did have some bubbles over here that I popped. And I'll keep an eye on this as it dries to see if any more pop up. But yeah, there's my 3 Dutch pours in somewhat primary colors. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the mess. I work on a card table. That's all I've got. All right.